Meet Joe. He is a gig worker trying to make money using his car. He uses multiple gig apps all at the same time to maximize his earnings. But this can be difficult and dangerous while driving. Sometimes the requests come in so fast Joe can't pick and choose the best trips to take, which can result in lower pay or lower rated disruptive passengers. That was until Joe found Maximo, the automation app that helps gig workers accept and decline trip requests. Maximo will use the filters set by Joe, like time, distance, and rating, to determine which trips are best suited for Joe. When a trip request comes in, Joe doesn't need to worry. Maximo will compare the trip details to Joe's filters and then determine if it should automatically accept the trip, decline the trip, or allow Joe to decide by showing the per mile and per minute rates. When a trip has been accepted, Maximo will turn off the other apps that aren't on a trip. Once Joe finishes a trip, Maximo will turn everything back on. This will allow Joe to reduce his stress and frustration, drive safe, and focus on the important tasks. Check out Maximo at www.maximoapp.com.
This is where you talk.
What's up? What's up, everybody? Gary, first of all, you know what I was thinking about? Because I remember this when we were doing Driver Nation, I did the ad for DUH. Why is the guy like a migrant worker? Oh, no.
I would have to look, but
I mean, is that like a Canva? Was that like a Canva suggestion?
No, I mean, some of them are just like pre-put in people, like the hippie that is in this one that Hannibal wants me to dress like. The scarf and everything.
Wait, are we live?
Oh. Yeah, we're live.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? RiDESHARE Rodeo Roundtable. And we got everybody today. We got everybody showed up. Good job. We got Kim's Side Money Plans. We got Hannibal is Hungry. We got Dash Theory TV. And we got Gary'sApps.com. And we got all you guys to join us as well. So smack that like button and yeah. Hey, before we get started, there's something. Hannibal, you can't participate in this because you already know it. But there's something I'm going to put up, and I want to see if anybody gets this.
Well, hold on. Before we move on to that, everybody say happy birthday to RiDESHARE Lisa. Today is her birthday.
Happy birthday.
And so
Nice.
I told her I'd tell her happy birthday. She's in the living room or kitchen or something right now.
Okay, now Kim is competitive. So chat people, you can be in this too, obviously. But first one to get it. Here we go.
You guys are going down.
Okay, it's luck be in the air tonight.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was going so many words.
Are you guys not getting?
I got it.
I know you did, but Kim, Gary, did you not?
I don't get it.
At first, I was like, huh.
I guess.
I see both ways, but it's Wheel of Fortune, so I know it's going to be something PG.
Yeah.
The problem is, Steve, that unlike them, your mind is in the gutter.
Well, so was yours.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
At first, I was like, what?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, luck be in the air. Sure, yes.
Like, is this photoshopped or yeah?
That's what I thought too.
Kim, you still don't have it, do you?
I don't.
That's good.
I'm
That's good.
really proud of you.
Don't be
Kim.
ruining innocent Kim's mind.
Oh my God, I can't believe that. So did
Real
everybody?
life stories like
Did everybody in the chat get it? Did you guys get it?
Yeah, some
I got it.
typed it out full.
Sure. Yeah.
The full. Let's see the whole thing there.
Oh, I get it now.
Or, two-part saga, but yeah.
Thank you, Josh, for his version of it.
Sorry, I just got it.
That's
I
really
wanna
good
watch that
though,
episode
because
now.
Delayed reaction.
Hey, it's better that she got it like less than a minute or so after this. Instead of calling us tomorrow, I'm like, hey, I got it.
I'm not sure which one would be funnier.
Cheers.
Sorry, guys. I just wanted to see if it was just me because I got it wrong. I did fail. I'll say it.
It's Wheel of Fortune. It's gonna be PG. How do you fail that?
Yeah, because it's an image I stumbled across online, though. That could have been altered. I mean,
Let me guess, TikTok. Did you go down the TikTok rabbit hole?
no, it was just an image I found on just on the internet. That was.
Oh, it was just
He is like a TikTok junkie, though. He's like a 16-year-old girl with that TikTok.
Am I?
Yes.
Yes.
Can't I at least be a 16-year-old boy?
No.
You can be whatever you want.
I mean, you might be. I don't know. I've never seen your TikTok search history, but you might be like a 60-year-old boy.
So
yeah, give us access to your search history now, FBI.
So Germany today, guys, launched Uber Zephyr, and it didn't go so well.
Very funny.
Looks like it went up in flames.
Okay.
It's burning hot.
It's so hot
Enough
right now.
already. Enough already.
Yeah, because then I was gonna throw a joke about a submarine, but then that would have been in bad taste, and then it would look at me like I'm a bad guy. But Steve can throw out all the jokes he wants. That's not right.
Steve Channel.
No, but
Just
I
saying.
did it wrong too. I was kind of, I don't know. I showed it
we
to
just start
my
off the show
son. I'm
with
not going to
what's in
kid
the
you.
air.
I showed it to my son. He got it, and it's an older saying that I thought he might miss.
I never heard anyone say that.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody
Right?
say that either.
No, that never heard that.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get it. I don't know.
But yeah, let's just jump in. Let's get into it, guys. I know Kim, you had your show last night. You guys
Yeah.
talked about some delivery stuff. Delivery stuff. I dropped a video earlier that talks about the delivery space, and I have a pretty direct question. And we've talked about it before, but has it peaked? I was going to ask.
I think it has.
I mean, to
Well,
the point where it'll
rephrase
net
that.
where of no return. It's not it's going to be, it's going to end. Not it's going to be great again, but it's definitely.
I think it's flat. Like it's flat right now. Like I think if you talk about like the pandemic time, like peaking, and like now we're out of pandemic time, like I think we're kind of like that flat line going like across the graph.
So that's what I'm saying. Do you think it's right now flat? Like, because we've said this before, and I know it's market to market and all the things we talk about. But look, do you think it's flat and it's going to go back up, or do you think it's kind of flat? I mean, talking about food delivery. I'm not talking about, because I think there's a rebirth coming for grocery space. I don't know how it's going to work, but just food delivery. I mean, do you think it's flat and going to go back up, or
I think it's going to depend on what's happening in the world.
Well, it's just because another article that we have here tonight is about Bolt and their robots. Now, we've joked about these things forever, but college universities are signing up more and more for these things, which actually, even to those who do driving, I'm sure it's just nothing short of a miracle that you can go to one spot and drop the food and then they sort it into robots so you're not running around the campus.
I think that's great, though.
That's what I mean. But I mean, it's more
too.
and more, and now in Europe too. Bolt has the Starship Troopers or whatever those trash cans are.
As a delivery driver, I think we would be honestly more inclined to do university deliveries if we just had to go to one random place. Like, I hate going to the university by me because it's one address for the entire university, and if someone doesn't put in any directions and you're trying to find a dorm room, I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. So if there was one central drop-off location, I think maybe drivers might even be inclined to do some more university orders.
Yeah,
I used to locker for food.
Yeah.
Ron Entree Courier and I a long time ago did an audio podcast where we talked about, he had this idea about, and he was talking about a specific area of Denver I know pretty well, where he was like, what we really need is like either trailers or food trucks that aren't even doing anything other than storing the food, like kind of what you're talking about, like drop points, and everything's getting taken there and the driver just keeps coming back there and grabbing these orders. So like midway points, so everything's getting out of the restaurants and out of the restaurants way and getting moved into this and time coordinated. And he had an idea about only Grubhub could do it because the others would never play ball with this. And I don't know. It was an
Well, that's
interesting
actually
take, I think.
kind of something that I think we talked about. I don't know if we talked about it in detail, but those Walmart's robots, that's what essentially they're building. They're building these fulfillment centers that are basically a big robot inside, and then all it is a little garage that it drops it off in either a Spark driver or the customer comes and picks it up from like a garage. Basically, it's just in a little. It's in a that's the future of that. So I wouldn't be surprised to see food delivery go that direction.
Yeah.
Didn't you post, Steve, didn't you say, like, on the Roundtable, and this go back, like, months ago, remember you showed pictures of this girl who was it on TikTok somewhere, that she was showing pictures of Walmart, and they were widening aisles because they were making room for robots? Is that it? That's the same one, right?
For the picking of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're also doing those, and I mean, luckily, I think they've pulled the plug on this, but they're still doing them. Are those ghost kitchens that are going to be set up in the middle, with glass walls? You're going to be able to see while you're in Walmart, like 4-star restaurants that are ghost kitchens.
Hey,
I can't imagine being a 4-star chef. Like, it's like being in a zoo.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's like, look at the chef in there. Look at
they don't like, and I'm assuming they don't want to be seen.
But you guys have never eaten at a restaurant where it's like open concept and you can watch the chef.
I don't want it to be at Walmart ever.
No, but it's kind of the same concept.
What about Target? Is Target better?
Really, man? No. Can't they just go rent?
Whole Foods.
There's a lot of abandoned restaurants right now. Go rent one of those. And every
I don't really want my Walmart food being made behind closed doors. I like to watch it all being made. I trust it more than the random Walmart food being made behind closed doors now. I'll put it that way.
But how are they going to get a 4-star chef to go to Walmart?
Times are tough.
Money.
It was I don't know if you remember, they're trying like this concept in like 3 of them where they're going to have it's to bring in ghost kitchens. Remember the story even said you're not going to be able to be in Walmart and order it. You're just going to see it and like Dashers or whoever are coming to pick up the orders, but you're going to be able to see 4-star food prepared.
But just think about it from a chef's perspective and like their resume. You go from fancy restaurant, Walmart.
But maybe it's fancy restaurant $60,000, fancy restaurant $60,000, Walmart $130,000.
Yeah, they have the money. This feels like a Whole Food Market kind of luxury, not luxury, but like an upscale grocery thing compared to Walmart, where it's supposed to be like an everyday.
I mean,
prices.
maybe the idea is to make Walmart. Maybe the idea is just to make Walmart like feel better to the people in it, and like they could stay in. Hey, because a 4-star chef's going to do a lot more things. You're going to see some tricks and knife use quickly and stuff. Maybe you're like, oh, I'll go get a vegetable. I haven't bought one of those in a year.
But it's Walmart.
Walmart is going to all of a sudden have like 3-piece suits.
If it's a 4-star chef, it's going to be expensive. Nobody shops at Walmart is going to eat a 4-star.
That's going to be like a 3.875 star.
You're not going to eat there. It's a ghost kitchen.
No. But do they realize the people who actually walk into their stores?
Mm-hmm.
So Walmart's going to have this ghost kitchen, which essentially you're telling me is Walmart's going to make food there that you can't buy there. Like, I want that. You can't buy that here. You got to go.
You got to order it through DoorDash.
You got to order it through DoorDash.
They're gonna
Uber Eats.
They're gonna neglect. They're gonna don't care. They're gonna go back. Get their cheese curls, their usual stuff that they buy, and go home. They don't care about that. I guess this may work in certain areas. Yeah, I don't got time for this.
That's what people go to Walmart for. Let's be honest. The great value brand, everything.
I'm going to Walmart to get my groceries and to watch this chef, because on Fridays he always cooks fish, and I like the way that he does it. So I'm learning some techniques, and I stand there and I videotape him like a monkey in a cage. And
that's weird. Yeah,
I would be like flipping people off. I'd be putting like things up so they can't see me.
Like you.
It's Walmart. I'm sure there are a lot of people be doing that for you.
Plus, if you're a good 4-star chef, like Kim was saying, like, why would you go to Walmart? Even if it's double the pay, you do have to put on your resume at your next job.
You don't know how was on his resume before that job. He might be, a 4-star chef with coming out of rehab, a couple.
But again, maybe you don't have to put Walmart. Maybe you're putting the 4-star restaurant that was in Walmart. Because again, they're ghost kitchens. I don't know if they're Walmart owned or this is some stupid idea, just like every other idea.
You're gonna put
I'm
Sam
just trying
Walton
to
in
think of
co-brand.
I'm thinking of ways you would spin that on your resume. I worked for blank. I was a food
I was a ghost in a Walmart kitchen.
No, it's called Sam Walton Holdings. That's what you're gonna put on your resume. Sam Walton Holdings.
The only thing I would think of that would make sense is a celebrity chef, or at least a chef that's famous in the area, that you're helping them either bring more people to their restaurant or they sell products at the Walmart. Something has to be more than just work there. It has to be some kind of financial benefit relationship for a 4-star chef, because why he or she would be there unless the money is right. So
you're telling me they would actually get a celebrity chef to go to Walmart?
No, yes, Bobby Flay will go into a Walmart. Not Gordon Ramsay.
No. Iron Chef.
He can talk to people the way he wants to.
Gordon Ramsay go in there and tell you how bad it is.
What's the other one with the frosted tips? He's 70.
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri would hang out at Walmart for a
I can see Guy Fieri at Walmart. Honestly, he would be the perfect dude.
He's down to earth.
Guy Fieri is not 70. He's my age.
Gordon Ramsay uses Walmart steaks,
and it weirds me out. Who else? I don't know anybody else.
What's Emerald doing nowadays?
He's still around, I think. I don't know.
I don't even know. Are any of the cooking shows around anymore? I feel like they all died off.
I don't know. Cooking channel.
No, I mean I know there's cooking shows, but I mean all the really popular ones. I didn't even pay attention.
Like Julia Childs back in the day.
Shut up.
All of Gordon Ramsay shows, I believe, are still on Fox, I think.
Yeah, he still has Master Chef, and he has the kid Master Chef, and he has that new one where they do the tier thing with the kitchens.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. It was stupid.
Yeah, it was all right.
Wait, speaking of stupid, and I don't even know if it was, John, before we get into
John.
Wait, what John do?
Speaking of stupid, wait, John.
Speaking of stupid, John was not stupid at all.
I know, but hold on. How was the movie? Was it dumb?
That was fucking amazing.
Oh, really?
It was amazing. Yeah.
In your face, Gary.
Oh yeah, he didn't like the Flash.
I laughed my ass off the entire movie.
They said that it's going to have lower numbers than Black Adam, and Black Adam was a terrible movie.
That's just bad. I saw Black Adam and I saw Flash. Black Adam was garbage. Flash, if you don't like it, I understand not liking the actors, but it's a good movie.
No, I'm still going to watch it once it comes out on streaming. I'm just not going to go to a theater to watch it.
And you're going to like it now too.
It might be decent. I'm just not going to go to the theaters. In fact, most DC movies I don't go watch in the theater.
That's what I was going to say too.
Yeah. I would say that it's, in my opinion, outside of the Batman Dark Knight trilogy, it's the best DC movies.
Oh, really?
Wow.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I've actually seen some good reviews on it. Like I said, I just don't watch DC movies. I don't even think I've watched any Batmans in theater.
No, like DC.
The Dark Knight trilogy was
the Dark Knight's sick. But
outside of that,
like, what was the last? Like, Max made me watch one that I just
Shazam or something.
Yes. Dude, I couldn't. Yeah. Oh my god!
I started it twice. Couldn't get more than 30 minutes in.
That's all Black Adam is too. It's just another Shazam.
Black Adam was that was horrible.
I thought it was over, and there was still another hour left. I was like, oh my goodness.
I know, right?
I was like, this movie's so stupid. But I've also seen like Pixar, which I love Pixar stuff, but I've seen Pixar Cars over 100 times with Max when he was a kid. That was his era.
Yeah, my son loves that movie. He loves Cars.
Oh my god, I've seen. I probably haven't seen it in like 10 years, but I bet you I could. Thank you, Thomas. I bet you I could, like, if I was watching it, I bet you every line would come back to me. I'm not kidding. I got to a point where I'm like, oh my god, dude. Like, and I loved Cars, but man, did I get sick of that crap.
Now, John, what made the movie good? Was it the Flash or was it the other?
I would say the Flash was funny. It was more of it had a good comedy background, a lot of good comic relief. I didn't expect to see some of the other Justice League guys in there. And then the storyline, I'm kind of familiar with that specific Flash storyline. So it wasn't too surprising, but I thought the parts that they could make funny, they did a good job of making them funny.
Does it have a Marvel feel to it? Because that's the one thing that Marvel movies were pretty decent at. They had the action, but they also had a good comedy side to it. You think that's what made it better than the last couple of DC stuff?
I'd say it's closer to that than the last couple of DC movies. They didn't have that. Marvel has its own formula there, so it's closer to that. It's closer to that, I'll say. But I would say it's there. It's not there though, but it's closer.
All right, go check it out, Gary.
Is it dark? Can you actually see the movie this time? You know what I'm talking about?
Like the Justice League was, that was.
You can't see nothing. Like they're fighting in the dark, and you're like, can I put up my phone to see the movie or what?
They had better lighting in this one, yeah.
I think the Justice League was like my last DC movie I actually watched, period.
Yeah, it's
like I mean, you can watch DC movies with every light on in your house and still not be able to see the movie.
Like you're saying, turn up the brightness on your TV.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
Fantastic Four was DC, right?
No, Fantastic Four is Marvel.
No.
Was it?
Yeah.
They're Marvel.
Which one? Because there's a bunch of them.
Well, I don't know. I was thinking about the one with Jessica Alba, which is a horrible movie, but it has Jessica Alba, so
it's Marvel.
It makes up for it.
Yeah.
Which that one was terrible too.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I thought it was probably DC. I didn't know because that's how I think of DC.
In fact, most of the Fantastic Four movies sucked. So.
They didn't get it right until after the Iron Man, and then now they're like, okay, let's just not go back there. They technically had some in what was it? The Doctor Strange had a little bit of a Reed Richards appearance there.
Right. So okay, we should probably get back to the gig content.
Yeah, what were we talking? Not a nerd podcast, guys. I promise.
It could be.
Jesus.
Very easily.
Okay, back to
look, we got two Hannibals.
What the hell's going on?
What is going on?
What is it? This some doppelganger shit?
Black Mirror just dropped. You never know.
Look at one's frozen. Now he's gone.
All right. Well, that's weird.
The doppelganger left.
Got caught.
I brought a Wi-Fi extender, and I guess it's not working. But I'm back.
So
what Marvel? What?
We're moving on back to the gig content.
Sorry. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. So guys, August 10th. I know it's a ways out, but August 10th, Thursday, Roundtable. We have the CEO and founder of Black Wolf, RiDESHARE with weapons.
Oh yeah, I thought that was that guy. I was like, okay, yeah.
Steve, can you promise me that if you're gonna throw some jokes in, it, you work them like workshop them with us first before you throw?
Oh yeah, this guy doesn't look like you'd want to mess with him. In the article I read was it said an inside look, and this guy, they said, isn't it a problem? Don't you have worries about having all of your people have the weapons? And his reply was something like, oh, you don't need to worry about them having the weapons. You need to worry about their skills. Mm-hmm. And I thought, wow.
Okay, so you kind of threw that out there, and I know a lot of people in chat probably don't know what it is. Black Wolf is a personal protection ride-hailing app.
Only in Atlanta right now.
It's like having your Uber being driven by Liam Neeson.
Wait, wasn't Tony interested in doing it?
Yeah, a lot of people were. It pays
so now you can ask all your questions. You have an in.
It pays
Tony on that show too. Yeah,
but so you have to pass this guy's criteria, whatever it is. I mean, this guy, he's got. I don't know. We'll get into all of it. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to digging into this guy a little bit because I hit him up a couple times and got an email response back that he was happy to. So luckily, it's kind of one of those things we're catching him early. And I don't know.
Okay, so they're only in Atlanta currently. I'm going to predict the next cities that they open up at. The next one, New York City. New York City. The one after that is probably going to be Chicago. You can see where
it has to be where there's
Miami,
very wealthy people that would appreciate this service. Because I'm assuming it's not
of course,
cheap, right? So if you are someone of note, you probably feel better if the person actually has some kind of capability to protect you if something went down. So, or you can just have your own security. But whatever. Not all celebrities always have like 24-hour security around them. So,
well, I mean, you could feel like a big shot though. I mean, if you want to just like feel important, you could take one of those somewhere.
Yeah, pick up your date with one.
Well, luckily he was just one of the cool ones too. When I communicated, I said that I would like to do a piece with him. And I offered a variety of different things we could do: one-on-one, a Zoom, a live. But I didn't even mention this, and he said, "Yeah, whatever you'd want to do, I'd love to do it, podcast, whatever." And I said, "Actually, you know what? You might be a good fit for. We do a roundtable on Thursdays." So,
yeah,
he was willing to do this. Anybody who's always, because a lot of those things I record on my own. But when they'll come on here, it has to be that right guest. But like, he's going to be a really fun guest for us to have. I don't know. I am going to have tons. I'm going to come up with a lot for that one. I got a lot to ask him.
Okay, are there a lot of jokes?
No, man.
You gonna show him some memes?
I'm going to mess with this guy, man. He looks super nice, but he also looks like he means business. So Kim, do you want to talk about the DoorDash thing?
Sure. There was a TikToker who had a really bad experience a while ago. She got an order and they had her almost delivered to like the middle of like a parking lot, and the guy was harassing her. Like, it was almost like a setup type of thing. So she was okay. She got out of it. But ever since then, she feels not safe driving at night. So she came up with her own plan of staying safe while driving at night. So she decided to start dressing as a guy at nighttime. So she would wear khakis, a baseball hat, a mask, like a surgical mask, anything to disguise that she looks like a guy instead of a girl. So that way she got treated as such during delivery. So she actually felt safer by doing so. So she didn't want to lose out on the money that nighttime brings. So this is her way of feeling safe when driving.
Okay, now while I was loading it up, while Kim was talking about that, so here is a picture of her dressed up alongside of a picture of her.
It looks like the one on the left would mug the one on the right.
Yeah, the one on the left looks kind of. I don't know what that person delivering my stuff. I'd be like, yo,
I would probably be a little
floor, walk away.
Yeah, I'm with John. If the one on the left showed up to my house, I'd feel kind of.
It's the same one, Gary.
Well, I know. I'm just saying the look of them.
So this is what I said is, even if I try to dress as a guy, like, I would probably still look like
you're still gonna be 4'11".
I'm gonna say I'm not 4'11". I'm 5'2". But I'm short. I know, right, Gary? But I'm short as it is. Like, there's no way I could probably pull something like this off.
I can see why she has the disguise. I'm sure she gets bothered a lot, so I can see why she have to do that.
I know, but don't you feel like that?
Yeah,
don't you feel like that one side of the picture was like kind of a little too showing? Like, put her at least in like
a t-shirt,
a normal.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, the picture.
I mean, you really had everything popping through and colorful.
But I mean, that's not an excuse for anybody either. I mean,
but I'm just saying, at least make it comparable. You made it so, and even the background's like light blue compared to dark.
Because that's how you get people to check.
Right, and that's what I'm looking at. All her other pictures aren't here, like dressed up, sexy, and everything. I really doubt she dresses like that to deliver. What?
What I do?
Nothing. You're describing the pictures. It's fine.
I am describing the pictures. All her other ones, she's dressed up in, like, this one is in a gown, and like she's going out to the nightclub. How is that comparable to doing everyday food delivery or grocery delivery?
Wearing that and going food delivery?
No, show the other one. Do you have the other one loaded?
This is all I got.
Oh, okay. Well, she has other ones too.
All right, but Gary, I don't collect them.
Hey, you might. It's on the same article.
It goes back to TikTok being a 16-year-old girl, a 17-year-old boy. What?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, Gary, stop being on TikTok all the time. How would you know I'm on it unless you're on it?
Because you send me. Like, I'll be asleep in bed. I'll hear my phone go off. Look, and it's TikTok from Steve.
You watch it at night?
No, I go back to bed. Turn my phone on silent because I'm afraid you're gonna keep sending them.
He has to turn his work phone on silent. Sorry, DUH Maximo community. That's my bad.
How about sorry, Donna?
Sorry, Donna.
She'll sleep through it.
I do apologize. Oh, she sleeps through it. So not sorry, really. As long as she's cool with it. So Uber to lay off 200 employees in the recruitment division. Obviously, more layoffs makes sense, but why not?
200 people
and I'm not kidding here. Why not just close the recruiting department? I mean, other than like whatever a skeleton crew would be, 4 or 5 people. I mean, what are you really doing these days? I mean, like here's an example I'll use. So RiDESHARE Professor. I don't know how familiar you guys are with his past with Uber, and maybe you don't like him, maybe you like him, but I can tell you about Torsten. He used to be a recruiter for Uber, and Uber owes him a lot of money.
So describe what exactly a recruit. I mean, it sounds obvious, but in terms of, is it just sending out affiliate links? Are you actually
so for Torsten, see, this is why I don't even know what they do anymore, because for Torsten it was like meetups. Like he would go to a city and have a bunch of people who are interested. This is like literally when it was moving out of California. He'd go to a city and he'd have a bunch of people meet and he'd explain the platform when it was paying sick too. And he'd bring you on. Yeah. And then when it wasn't a bonus for him, it wasn't like if they do this many ride, it was each person he got on the platform was $700.
Oh, yeah.
So he was like getting, and this is when it was new to a market. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, Hannibal, any of us here, can you imagine if we had the opportunity to go back in time when Uber was paying sick, walk into like my city, Denver, how many people there are, and have like 3-day gathering, come learn how you can make a ton of money on your own, and you're getting $700 for each sign up. Can you imagine the money you'd make?
Yeah.
Wow.
That chunk of change.
Well, I mean, you got to think, if you recruit 100 people from every city, that's $70,000.
That's what I'm saying. And that's 100 people. I would think if I did a 3-4 day thing, I'm easy when they're new 500.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I wonder though, is this recruitment division, is that for like their engineers and stuff?
I don't know.
Because I seriously doubt it would be drivers at this point.
But they still do the recruitment specials. So they still have a team that has to work with that.
Do they need them? I don't think they need them anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I think Uber's.
I guess, and that leads to the bigger point of this. You know, I'm not dissing on a W-2, but I am just saying to anybody that says, hey, you know, what's your real job? To a gig worker? Just remember, your job ain't safe.
Because here it says they're keeping the staff count flat through the year. So to me, that says that this is all going to be like internal employees, not drivers.
Right.
So, I mean, what's the big deal about that?
These are W-2 people.
Yeah.
Well, that's my point, man. Like,
sucks for them. Tell them to go work.
I'm saying these companies are going to more bare bone.
I wouldn't do that.
Bare bone. But I mean, like,
Going
but
down.
It's not just. But here's my thing: it's not just gig apps. These are companies where people are starting to go, okay, I'm gonna make my move back to W-2, and I'm not saying it's a wrong move. I just had dinner. I had tacos with Van last night. And he has a W-2. In fact, he had a company party last night and asked me to go.
Sounds like Van.
He's like, man, he's like, let's right down by the stadium, man. We'll go get some pizzas and stuff. He's like, you'll eat for free. I'm like, I just ate a bunch of tacos with you, bro.
Well, I think the reason why Uber's doing this is because they're coming closer and closer to being profitable. So, profitable.
Are they?
Yeah. That's why I used the quote.
Paper.
I mean, you know, Lyft is a phenomenon right now to me because Lyft is kind of making some of the right decisions, but Lyft doesn't have any clients anymore. I keep hearing this from everybody. Everybody I know that turns on the Lyft app can't find a ride to save their life.
Oh,
like there's been some changes that would help them if there were customers, but there's no customers.
But when you think about it, any company, it could be retail, it could be Uber, it could be any company. What is the biggest controllable expense a company has? It's payroll. So what's the first thing that any company cuts when they want to try to show profits in any quarter? They cut payroll, they cut jobs.
Well,
that's why you see a lot of layoffs at the beginning of the year. That's why you see, layoffs come here and there. And that's the thing with W-2 work is, people think it's safe, and so there's some security in it, but you're just like, you cannot be safe job-wise anywhere you go, any company you work for.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not downing W-2. Like, again, Van has a W-2, but still is doing gig work. He's doing both. But he even said to me, he said to me during dinner last night, he said, listen, he said, if you can't, he goes, our market's still strong. He goes, Denver's still strong for all the apps I work. And he's like, but I can't, unless I increase the amount of hours I'm working in a week by a lot, can't pull the money I need to. So I liked my W-2 makes that difference, and it's in a known amount of hours. So what he was saying was I might have to work up to 80 to get what I need. But if I work 20 hours at this pizza place and 40 on the apps, I'll pull it off. Yeah. Kind of a hybrid thing. And I understood.
Working smarter, not harder.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because he was looking at it as, like it used to, in 50 hours, I used to make what I need. Now I can do it in 60 with a 20-hour W-2 and 40 hours of gig work. Or I can do 80 hours of gig work. So he just made a smart decision. I'm not saying it's for everybody. I'm not telling anybody to go back to the W-2. In fact, I'm saying it's not safe in many cases.
Yeah, Steve is telling you go back so all the full-timers can make more money.
Yeah. That's everybody but us five.
Yeah.
Should just go back to your old life, man.
Go get a W-2. I mean, safer, more reliable.
We should get a hypnotist
on
here.
Yeah, you don't
benefits
have the car
401k.
Yeah.
And then eat out for lunch every day. Order lunch every day as well.
Yeah, but once you go back, like John said, once you go back to W-2, make sure they order DoorDash so we can bring you your food.
Better yet, get the whole entire office to do a group order.
Now, should they be catering or should they be individual? That's the question.
So yeah, we touched on the Uber, the Bolt delivery robots. That's kind of coming in a big way there too. We'll see what happens there. Did you see this? I like this. Do you see the Ohio State punter going to the Cincinnati Bengals? Did you guys see about this?
I heard a little bit about that. He also
he's doing DoorDash.
Yeah, he's going to DoorDash. He just finished Ohio State and is going to the Bengals for his going to be his first season, but he's going to spend the summer DoorDashing.
That's awesome.
Well, kickers don't make enough money, or punters don't make enough money.
Maybe
he's not on the team yet.
Maybe he just wants to kick some food.
There was an article this past week about a New York Yankee was in the minors during the pandemic, and he still they canceled minor league baseball, so he had to make money to pay for his personal trainer. So he DoorDashed, Uber Eats, and did Amazon during the pandemic to pay for his personal trainer.
Wow.
There was a same thing in the Minnesota Twins in the pandemic. There was a guy who was being brought up from the minors to the Twins, and he was actively playing too. Like he was needed because of injuries, and he went right into playing. And every time he came up to bat, he was driving full-time Uber. They didn't use his name; they called him Uber. You'd hear Uber, Uber.
I'm sure he liked that.
He's probably driven a lot of people in the crowd home. He's like, "Oh, that's Drunk Billy. I've drove you many times."
Could you imagine though if one of these guys got deactivated?
I would have gone to Uber and said, "Give me $1 million, legally change my name
to Uber."
That's funny. Give me $5 million, and then just change it back when you're done. But yeah, I don't know. I find it interesting when things like that happen. Like this guy has a career coming up. He doesn't need to do this.
No, he said he does it to spend the money at local restaurants and hand out food around the town.
Right.
So if you think about it, a lot of these guys, especially the minors, don't make that much, and they travel all the time. So they never know when they're going to get called up or not going to have a job. So yeah, I was going to have a stream of income.
So DoorDash is the fall.
Kind of is. It's like today I'm in Minnesota, tomorrow I might be in Kentucky, the next day I might be getting traded to BFE. Who knows?
So what? Okay, let's all guess then. What is his what is his status on DoorDash? Is he a top dasher?
No.
No. I don't think he does enough delivery. Even if he accepted every delivery, I don't think he probably does 100 in a month.
Okay.
Hey, we don't know how good this guy is at baseball.
I don't know,
how
but
much playing time he gets. He got called up because of injuries, not because he's good.
Or he could be a newbie and doesn't know any better and is just like, okay, DoorDash sent me this, let me take it. Okay, DoorDash sent me this, let me take it. And then he'll wise up like 3 weeks later.
Maybe you should reach out to him, see if he'll do an interview with us.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like, hey,
Well, or maybe I can find
you
Uber. That'd be fun. Not this new guy going to Cincinnati Bengals, but let's find because I don't even know if he plays anymore. I mean, who knows? Let's find Uber.
Yeah, if the guy doesn't play anymore and he still has that Uber, I mean, it's a good decision after all.
Yeah. So wow, Instacart. Remember those stupid looking carts, Gary? That looked like stupid child protective plastic that Instacart made.
We're talking about.
So there's a smart cart, a smart.
The smart cart, yes,
or
yes.
whatever. It's actually called the Caper Cart.
I thought they got rid of those.
No, they just launched it in New Jersey at ShopRite's. So Kim, we need you to take some pictures.
Yeah.
Do they know what ShopRite? Because I will.
It says in Spotswood, New Jersey, Fairway Market Day, and then New York City Borough, Manhattan.
I know Spotswood, but that's far away.
Wait, isn't Manhattan close to Hannibal?
I was going to say that.
I don't go to Manhattan unless I'm hanging out with my buddies.
For the show.
It's close, but I feel
I'm
like
in Brooklyn.
I feel like where Hannibal is, it takes like 3 hours to get to Manhattan.
It really does. I
It
could take the train. It takes about like half an hour, 45 minutes. But then I'm in Manhattan.
Yeah, but see, it's for content though.
To take a picture of a cart? I'll do it for
Well,
Steve.
you can do a
If Steve
video.
wants me, I'll do it.
You can do a video, do a do a shop with it.
Do a live with
Let
it.
me do an
Yeah.
Instacart. I don't even know if I'm still on Instacart.
No, I mean you can do a personal shop with it.
Yeah.
You know,
What-
just get some
what's-
canned goods or something, so that way you can protect yourself on the way home on the train with a bag of cans.
Or what about Hannibal? What about your friend Anthony, who does it on a scooter? Doesn't he do Manhattan?
Yeah, but they do Uber Eats. They're not doing. I don't think they're doing shopping orders.
Do one for us. Shoot a picture. I mean, he's doing gig work. Man.
I'll go to Fair. I like Fairway. I like that. I like that grocery store.
But so it says. Here's what it says: the cart uses scales, sensors, artificial intelligence, and computer vision to recognize and scan items as the shoppers select them. A touch screen allows customers to see a running tab of what they've placed in the cart and find tailored shopping recommendations.
Why we hate this? I don't remember.
We
Why
don't.
hate it?
Steve,
I
does.
think
Because
it's.
the
I think
scale?
they're about $1 million
$1
each or something.
Oh, they're
But it
expensive.
sounds like
I don't
to
know.
me.
No, actually, I don't hate this yet.
Oh,
But
I think-
to me, it sounds like by me, it hasn't opened yet. It's built. I don't know what's taking them forever, but they have those Amazon. What are they called? The Amazon markets that they're opening. That
Oh,
they're
yeah.
going to have virtual carts too. That you put the stuff in the cart.
Those have already been in there for a while. You don't even have to cart them. With the Amazon one, you just walk out the door.
Yeah, you just walk out the door and it scans everything. That you
Yeah,
pick.
it charges your account, everything.
Yeah, they have like a whole bunch of cameras in there, and then they got sensors for everything that you pull off the shelf.
Well, supposedly
Yeah.
there's one opening by me.
That's why you
It
take a
hasn't opened
turkey
yet.
and you roll it out.
That's what I said. If you guys got this cool stuff by you, you really got to go do content with it.
It
Like, how
hasn't
can you
opened
not?
yet.
No,
It
I'm saying
hasn't
like
opened
these
yet.
carts, like you should go do a shop, even if it's just 10 items. See how accurate this thing is.
I would like to know how much they cost each cart. It sounds expensive.
Well,
but if
also,
this
I
can
mean,
speed,
I
if
know
it
you
can
guys
speed
always
up your
give me-
shop. I mean, what's
yeah.
the
And
problem?
well, here's what I mean, I know you guys always give me crap for this. Like, who would do that? But I do feel like this happens. I mean, these carts are going to get beat up. People are going to get pissed. Try and break it so they don't have to pay the full amount. You know, it's just, I'm already seeing the bad.
Yeah.
You always
Like,
go
these
the
things are going to
negative
be
instead
out
of
in a
it's
week
so
later. They're
cool.
all going to need to be fixed.
But they're slimmer and lighter. The new model of the Caper Carts.
You know, maybe if
They
like
paid-
if you tried to mess with it and it shocked you, maybe.
They actually, I guess they got this from, they actually bought this from someone else, it looks like. from Caper AI, and they paid $350 million for it.
Shout out to the Caper AI.
Like here's another thing too. Like why the touchpad though? Like here's what I like, Gary. You could probably do something like this. Like put the device itself encapsulated in the handle, and then a phone holder where you download the app and you on your phone are doing it. Because I just feel like people are going to screw with these things big time.
And they might go to that model later. You never know. It's a startup, so
I just gave them the idea.
Right. I don't know where Caper AI started at. I don't know if it was a European company because they don't tear up stuff like we do in America. So maybe it started over there, and they're like, "Hey, it's successful over here. Let's move it to the U.S." I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely, especially. I mean, Manhattan, come on, they're gonna tear that shit up.
Fairway is more of a nicer grocery store. ShopRite feels like an everyday, like Walmart. People go to ShopRite, so it is interesting why they're
not as bad
in
as
there.
Walmart.
Well, Tony said they spent the rest of their evaluation in smart cards.
Well, see, and this didn't we talk about this, Gary? If it wasn't on here, it was on Driver Nation not too long ago. We were talking about. I even said myself, I think Instacart is finally doing some things right because they're actually truly going for technology, and not so much trying to really battle for the grocery space so much anymore, but more being about food programs and low-income housing and really getting in with those kind of programs, and then this kind of technology and some of the AI stuff that they're doing to replace items. And
well, see, that's why I'm wondering with these carts, since I don't have it anywhere close to me, I don't know how they actually work, because I mean, what if you pick up a can of peas? Surely that has a barcode it has to scan somewhere, right? So are you scanning it in the cart? If so, I can just do that with my Walmart Plus or my, Sam's Club, whatever. I can just put it in my cart and I'm good to go with my phone.
Right here, maybe you can explain what this means because I'm trying to figure this out. It says the new model of the Caper Cart is slimmer and lighter, holds 65% more items than the previous model. The upgraded Smart Cart also offers stacked charging so that retailers don't have to charge carts individually or swap out.
Oh, hold on. Let me show you something here. Let me see if it'll bring up. Okay, right here. Here's the cart. It looks like
that's not the one I'm looking at.
That's the one from the TechCrunch article.
Right. I'm looking at Grocery Dive, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking at TechCrunch here. And so this is what they say is the tech right here. And so it looks like they're going to be replacing. This is the Caper AI cart, by the way, if you can't see here, Caper AI. It looks like they're just going to be replacing cashiers, and you're going to do it all yourself. If you look closely, it has a little clear thing. So I'm guessing you scan it there and then put it in your cart.
But this is the one you...
because, okay, Gary, I think it is the same cart, but I just sent all of you guys in a text the article I have, and I think you see a different view so that you can see where the scanning happens. You see that?
No, I didn't get it on my phone.
I didn't get it either.
Did you send? You have sent it to a wrong group chat?
Wrong group chat or what? Wait, and I'm in all his group chats. So where'd you send it?
Is it a TikTok group chat that you sent it to back?
No, message failure or something. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like you do the scanning on there itself. So they're just replacing cashiers and making you do the work and not lowering the prices.
But with the amount of crime and people just walking away with this, why? Like, this is not going to work. The whole just do everything yourself. Like, people already doing it by themselves. It's called stealing. They're taking them. I mean, Walmart is already saying that they're going to increase prices to the goods if people keep stealing. So I find it cool. I'll check this out.
Different animal altogether.
I'm trying to pull it up. I'm trying to pull it up right now.
It said that if you scan stuff and you put it in there, based on what you're putting in the cart, it gives you AI recommendations. So, like, for example, if you put in spaghetti sauce, it'll give you some different type of noodles and some Parmesan cheese and stuff like that. So
another way to upsell you and
but they can just do that with a phone app. I mean, like Walmart Plus does that. They don't
on the card. But you can see the picture on the touchscreen saying "buy this," and you may actually buy it compared to being on your phone.
Yeah,
you texting.
I mean, they can
be playing Angry Birds on your phone now, and you can do that on your
Angry Birds.
Here, wait, let me bring it down a little bit.
Old school.
Angry Birds 5. I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably definitely
You see that?
barely.
Is this still
But I
loading?
mean, no. You can see that. No, you can see that behind.
Oh, it was loading.
Okay.
Your
It was
internet
loading.
is government internet.
But that's
we're just waiting for the welcome. You got mail.
Damn.
a music bag, Gary. But I mean, you can see where the scanner is, which clearly covers the whole entranceway of getting into that cart too.
Right, but
So
what's to stop me from just
I know.
dropping in there without scanning it?
Or throwing like a bunch in real quick.
Right.
You're making sure, like,
quick
yeah,
are you,
probably
man?
weighs it too.
But,
It'll
but
be like
again,
those
but
things
again,
that
this
tell
is
you,
this is just another way to get rid of cashiers. That's all it
it's-
is. Making
More
me do
W-2s
more work.
fired.
Yeah,
More
making me
W2s
do
fired.
more work. Oh,
There's
time
kids
to
in
wrap
Are we
up the
done?
show. Yeah,
We're
we're done.
still done now.
Told you.
Welcome to the RiDESHARE
2-minute warning.
Rodeo Roundtable.
Time to start. Kim's learning. But yeah, this is just making me do more work.
Don't you want more prices? You can work with them.
I agree with
Yeah.
Eli Cool J. It's AI upselling. It's anytime you pick an item, they're going to tell you what else you can buy.
Oh yeah, it even
or
said-
suggest
it
certain
said
things
that
that you
even.
didn't even ask for. You didn't ask to be
Yeah.
suggested anything. So I think it's just a
even-
way to
it's
get more
probably
money.
going to show you sale items and like I know you gave me crap about it a ways back, Hannibal, but yes, I do buy discount meat.
No, well, it was old meat.
No, not old, man.
It's not discount.
There's a
'Cause it's in there
discount
for a
bin.
while.
There's a reason
My
it's
son was
discount.
growing,
Why?
so I need
Like,
lots
why?
of
Yeah,
meat.
The
something-
sell by date was 3 days ago.
Steve, you can't do that.
Cut
You
off-
get
just
sick,
cut off
man.
the
You
arm.
can't
Cut off
eat
the shoulder.
old meat.
They can't sell old meat. So we're good, man. I know
So
what I
he
mean.
just gets it for free.
So the cart is gonna say, "Hey man, this roast been sitting here for a minute. It's on sale. You want it? You want this roast?"
It's not old meat, it's due date meat. Okay.
That's what they're going to tell Steve. Steve, this roast expires tomorrow. You should get it.
Did you just switch that sticker? Like, no, I didn't.
Yeah, it's just a little gray. It's not a big deal.
You
Come
know,
on.
I'm gonna start doing
still
doing
red on the
Instacart,
inside.
and when they say they want 2 steaks, I'm gonna have like a 2-month-old steak in my garage,
Oh no, dude.
and I'm gonna go put it in their bag and just be like, "That's all they had."
That's all it-
John brings up a
Welcome,
good
welcome
point.
to Instacart.
John brings up a good point with this thing. I don't know if you guys knew this, but there's a lot of people at Walmart that steal by switching the stickers. So you can go get a $125 battery for $4.99 because all you got to do is steal the sticker from a deck of playing cards. Somebody can go shopping, walk out with like $1,000 worth of groceries for $10.
Wait, but aren't most of them just the
This is Walmart.
UPC?
They're gonna wash out $1,000 worth of groceries for free.
I'm telling you, they got to stop the crime, man. The crime.
Oh, wait
the
a
point
minute,
where
you guys! Isn't most of the just come off the box UPC and then it hits their pricing model within the computer?
What are you talking
I mean,
about?
yeah, but, like,
You just
produce
switch a
is-
sticker.
Yeah.
Switch to like you take a sticker off of like a deck of playing cards, for example. You know, they got that little sticker on there. You just take that off, put it on the bottom of a battery and go beep.
Well, no, that's what. Oh,
Like
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
talking about car battery. You just
If I-
beep.
If
Or
I
you
worked
could
at
do the little-
Walmart, I would
the little
I wouldn't
hand-
even touch anything. I would just stare at the person until they.
have
took
you
that deck of
seen this
cards
happen
away.
before, Gary?
Yeah, my brother actually used to do this.
Snitch on your brother?
Why? I don't
that's
care.
why he's so convinced it could do
What?
it.
I don't care.
He's joking. He's joking.
You
that's
just like
your bro-
completely threw
his
your
brother
brother
Joe.
right under
No,
the bus.
no, my brother used to tell people all the time, "Hey,
Your brother Joe.
your battery's 125. I'll sell it to you for 75."
Is this your brother Joe?
Like, and he would go get you a battery. I can't help it. Blame Walmart for allowing it.
Hey, it's
This is
capitalism.
brother
That's what
Joe
we're doing
though,
No, this is my other brother.
right? Because Joe is Gary.
But mind you, that Walmart has that security guard that checks the receipts as you walk
No,
away.
they
So
don't
they're-
ever.
Dude, Tony the Driven Dad is in here, and he was a Walmart. He was like one of the heads of Walmart security.
Yeah, but that you know what? Walmart security. Sorry, Tony, they suck. They just do.
That's why he quit.
Yeah, and like the people that check the receipts at the door. First off, if you're not gonna go run a cash register to make sure I did everything correctly, you ain't checking my receipt as I walk out. I'm just not stopping. There's no law that says I have to stop. No, I blow past them every time. I don't care. Not that I'm stealing anything. It's just I got more important things to do than to go get my own groceries, scan my own groceries, bag my own groceries, and then stand there and wait for you to check to make sure I did it correctly. You're not my boss.
I don't know about your Walmarts, but in my Walmarts, the people who stand at the door, there's no way they're stopping anybody that's doing something wrong.
They give you three at my Walmart. They give you three solid. Hey. Okay.
Yeah. They're not allowed to stop you. Even, and Cool J says they're Costco, for example. Costco's not allowed to stop you. Like they cannot physically stop you if you're walking out. They just can't.
Walmart does.
No, they don't.
Dude, so I've seen them firsthand do it.
They're not allowed to.
Tony, lay it. I won't even say it. Lay a comment in the comments about the danger of my Walmart. It's one of the worst in the country.
The dangers?
Yeah.
What do you?
It's one of the most dangerous ones in the country.
Well, I guess you're not going to have a 4-star chef at yours anytime soon.
No. He gets the 2-star chef.
He gets Guy Fieri. That's what he gets at his Walmart.
He gets Guy Fieri with an open carry holster, just like waiting for people.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe it's bulletproof glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that those people can do is if they think you're stealing, the only thing they can do is call the cops. That's the only thing they do. And then they better hope that you're actually stealing, because if they accuse you of it and you're not.
Lawsuit.
Yeah, exactly.
How much money
Walmart
is losing every year on theft? Like,
there was a Reddit post weeks ago, and I wish I would have screenshot it. This lady was a Spark driver, and she did a shop. It was a shop and deliver. Did a shop, got checked out, even got her cart checked by the associate, walked out, got into her car. All of a sudden, she's like, a mile out, and she sees a cop car like coming behind her, like almost chasing her. So he pulls her over. She goes, "I'm sorry, officer, what did I do?" They're like, "The Walmart said that you stole a whole cart worth of stuff." And she got literally pulled over by the cops because they thought that she was stealing, and she was a Spark driver. So she had to show her phone to the police officer to show that she was a Spark driver. And they still dragged her back to Walmart. And she was going to obviously sue Walmart because they were literally going after her for stealing a whole cart of stuff.
Oh, yeah, she should have. She should have.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
I have no sympathy for Walmart.
No. But can you imagine you're a Spark driver and all of a sudden, like, a cop is, like, racing behind you and you get pulled over. You're like, what did I do?
I'd be like, what the
Dude, you know the first Indiana Jones when I think there's a couple where he does it, but where he reaches under the rock and grabs his hat right before it comes down.
Yeah, you saw it theaters, right, Steve?
So that's where the carts come in at Walmart. But around Christmas, there's no carts. They're all over the lot, and nobody ever reins them in, right? So it's just an open hole. Max and I were at the Walmart, and we saw this guy running out with these 2 bags. And they were like, and the door's shut and locked. And we're in between the 2 sets of doors where there should be carts again. And the cop, like Tony said, there's 2 different Denver police cars there 24/7. And so there's a Walmart security guy coming after him, and he's got these 2 bags. There's no carts. He's like trying to kick the door open. It doesn't move. Max and I are locked in this area with him. So we're like laughing. I'm like kind of laughing because I'm like
why wouldn't we be doing that?
I mean, just kind of under my thing. But then he just kind of looks where the carts weren't, and he just runs and does this slide, and like one of the bags stayed behind, and you saw his arm come back in and pull it out. Then you saw him just booking down the road, and it was snowing. And like one cop car was in the car, like coming behind him, going, "You're not going anywhere."
Wow!
What a Scrooge!
And that's your local Walmart, right?
Yep.
And Steve was rooting for the guy too.
I know.
Dude,
no, Max and I were like, "What a dick, man!" Because it was like 4 days before Christmas.
If it's that bad, you can just make a whole Walmart channel and just stand there 24 hours a day.
Just shooting
crazy stuff. People at Walmart just record.
Stuff. That could be your whole channel.
But the fact that Walmart is still there, they must make enough money. because I've seen, or at least seen news of Walmart's closing. Like if they're not dealing with the crazy,
Oh,
it must be worth it.
A ton of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's packed all the time, and it's
they'll handle a little theft. It's no big deal.
Yeah, as long as nobody gets shot there, because like there's one about 8 miles from here where that's where the shooting was at Walmart.
Oh.
You can get stabbed, but don't get shot.
And by the way, that Walmart's still open too. They just put in a new floor.
It was affected with the shooting.
They had a Walmart
and the King Supers up by my mom, where in Boulder, where the big shooting was. That's still there. They were going to make it a dispatch center, but they decided to reopen it.
Just go somewhere else.
It's kind of, I mean, I went in there. It's really nice, but it's still, I lived in Boulder for a little bit, and it just was a weird feeling. To be
are you going to show me these Walmarts whenever I come up there?
We can go on the tour of shootings. We can go down to Columbine. We can go to.
No, I mean,
the unfortunate Colorado.
This episode has went off the rails. I don't know what's going on.
There's the Centennial High School shooting. We have the Cherry Creek High School, or the Central shooting. We got Columbine, which was a big one. We got the King Supers up in Boulder. We got the Walmart in Denver. We got a lot of shootings.
Yeah, actually, you have a lot of notable. Yeah,
I mean these were all national ones. These
I
wasn't
those names.
Why is everybody up there so angry that you got weed?
This is before weed, though.
That's the problem.
It's bad weed, and it was like it's trash.
Well, most of our problems are at high schools. I mean, I don't know how it is in New York or in New Jersey, but our high schools.
Yeah, we get mad. We get mad at each other that we don't do like random attack random people. We just attack people that we don't like. So it's
right, but that's what's going on in these schools. Are kids that are bullied and stuff are coming back with guns.
I don't like anybody. Yeah.
So it's just awful, you know. Oh, the Tony put it in too. I don't know if you guys know.
Theater. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
This was a big one because this was when the third Dark Knight premiered. The first midnight playing. And to be honest, Max and I went to that theater not too long ago, and they still have that theater intact with a little plaque outside.
Wow!
Like they memorize it, or like a memorial, or
but they do showings in there.
That dude is a loon. That's a picture of his face. He's something. He's not there clearly.
I mean, again, it's like he mowed down. I can't remember. He injured a handful, but he like killed like 5 or 6 or 7. So I mean, like being in that theater is kind of weird. It's like, dude, this is a ghost theater, man.
Yeah.
I would not want to go see movies.
We got a tour to go on, man.
Because that's a happy tour.
Hey Gary, this is where
we're having a scavenger hunt.
This is the scavenger hunt. I'm going to make it in these places.
That's probably where we're all going to end up.
You come to New Jersey and you get celebrity houses. You go to Colorado and you get shootings.
No, there's a lot of other things there.
I'm assuming. New American Horror Story in Colorado.
Hey, we live a very happy, healthy life here, so it's.
You say that.
Hey, so if anybody ever wants to see all these shootings, we are having a gig conference in August.
You phrase that very
wow.
And so Steve will personally shuttle people around to see all these.
Hey, if there's a shooting of this thing, it's 100% your fault.
I didn't say do it.
I don't care, man. You just gave some moron an idea
to come see you.
No, and we won't backtrack into it because I don't want to call
some pro robot guy like he's gonna come in shooting,
You're that autonomous hater.
Who cares,
man? But so is this for? Who's done liquor delivery here?
No,
I've done it before. Yeah,
a few times.
Okay. So Instacart, do you guys know this? I mean, I don't know how that this is. I don't know if they always do this or what, but if there's a customer return and you've bought alcohol, you're supposed to dump it out.
Well, for me, when they don't, I have to go take it back to the damn thing. I can't say Louis.
Pause. Okay. But I mean, why can't you take it back to the liquor store? I don't get it.
That's what I thought you were supposed to do is take it back.
I do.
It depends on the state. I know Florida, whenever I did do it down there, if they didn't answer or have an idea whether we had to take it back. I have heard of other states though that you don't have to take it back.
Yeah, you're not able to continue on with the app unless you take it back. Like, so what I think.
This Instacart person told the shopper that she couldn't take it back, and she had to. And not only that, she said you have to dump it out.
Or is it like the honor system?
And so this person's saying, I didn't dump it out. I've kept it, you moron.
Yeah.
I dumped it out into a mug.
It out.
Right.
Waste of alcohol. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's what I would have said. I don't do liquor delivery, but if I did, I'd be like, I would tell them. And if I got deactivated, I'd be like, you're just Instacart. I hate you anyway. But I'd be like, I'm not dumping it.
No,
out.
it's kind of like
why would I dump it
the
out?
food. It's kind of like the food though. They say, oh, dispose of it, in the trash. You're like, yeah, sure.
My stomach's a trash bin too.
Right, yeah, right. I'm gonna get some meat.
Will do.
What if the shopper's a recovering alcoholic? And now he's like, damn it.
Maybe he shouldn't be delivering.
Yes, he's dumping it out. He's like, my life's gonna go down. My life's going downhill now. Like,
I'm on Instacart. Yeah. Depressed. Yeah, that makes sense.
And it could be a platform thing too. It could be how each platform has rules for it. I know DoorDash, they made me return it. Uber, I think Uber, if it's from a liquor store, you return it, but if it's from a restaurant, then you dispose of it.
See, I'm just lucky in New
That
Jersey.
sounds like how, yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I'm lucky in New Jersey because we don't have liquor in grocery stores. Like other states have liquor in grocery stores. We don't have liquor in their grocery store. So I never have to worry about doing like Instacart or anything like that. And
like Florida though, it's just not grocery stores. You can actually pick up open containers from restaurants. Like you can deliver margaritas from a restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay, so just so you know, this girl's awesome. She got an empty milk carton. She put the vodka in it because you have to send in a video of emptying the bottle and then the bottle empty with a picture. So she put it all in a milk jug, filled it up with water. It was vodka. Recorded dumping the water out and then put the vodka.
That's genius. Yeah, I would do the same thing.
A genius.
Yeah,
that's how it's done, guys.
And that's how you get free alcohol.
And then you can go bootleg it to minors for like twice its price.
No, we do not endorse that here.
I don't know what's going on. No, yeah, I'm not endorsing that either.
RiDESHARE Lisa endorsed it.
No, she didn't. Just RiDESHARE Rodeo. Send all your hate mail. Send all the hate mail to steve@ridesharerodeo.com.
I dare you to. In fact, I hope you do. I hope I see something. Probably deserve it even. I'm not even going to be mad. So go ahead.
We'll air it on next Thursday.
Yeah, I'll read it out loud if you guys do. So no matter what it says, I'll read it out loud. So that's all I can say. There was one.
I hope one person emails it.
I hope 3 do.
We can all make alts.
So okay, there's a couple more stories I wanted to hit on, but let's at least let's end with this one because I find it super weird. Did you guys see about? I saw this article a while ago, but I didn't like. It's so weird. So this lady, jumped out of a lift. Do you know about this? And they deactivated her.
No.
They deactivated the lady.
They just
The driver jumped out of the lift. Yeah.
No, the passenger, but she just got reactivated.
Wait, the passenger got deactivated?
Yeah.
For jumping out while it was. Yeah, she got deactivated for jumping out while it's moving.
Why'd she jump out?
Why'd she jump out?
It's not the one that was skittish that we talked about before, was it?
An Arlington, Virginia woman thought she was about to be kidnapped during a Lyft ride that she called one of the most terrifying experiences of her life.
Yeah, we talked about this before.
I would have jumped out too.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we talked about this once before.
This is out from today.
Well, no. We talked about her jumping out of the car. We didn't talk about her being deactivated or anything. Okay,
so Caitlin was headed just a few miles to the middle of Northwest DC. Of course, DC, right? Just our nation's capital. Saturday night. So no, this is new, bro. Saturday night when her
we
Lyft
talked
driver.
about one.
I know, and that one was on the highway. Remember?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was the same one.
Hold on. So when her Lyft driver started making wrong turns, the 29-year-old told she said, "My heart was in my stomach, just racing. We are going the entirely wrong direction now. I am supposed to be going left. He is going right. I keep calling out to him, sir. This is actually left, not right. He's not answering me." She got a text from Lyft saying she was not headed in the right direction and asking if she would like to be called by a representative.
Did she say yes, or what did she say?
I don't know, man. But why wouldn't they be calling the driver? Yo,
that's a very scary situation, though.
Yeah, when the car slowed down, she decided to jump out of the moving
I don't blame
vehicle.
her. I would too. Why would you not put yourself?
You got to make a move. You got to make a move. You know.
Would you tuck and roll, Kim?
How fast would they go?
I would.
So I would have slowed down.
It says here when the car slowed down, she decided to jump out of the moving vehicle.
Yeah,
okay. I mean, it wasn't a big scene.
If it's my life versus being in a vehicle where I feel like I'm being kidnapped, heck yeah, I'm gonna jump out of a car.
But it says,
was it her life, or was he just going the wrong way?
But it also says here that Lyft notified her by text though, that say, hey, you're moving in the wrong direction. Would you like a safety call from a representative? Why didn't she take the safety call?
I don't know.
She probably thought she didn't have a lot of time left, and she was like,
it says below that Caitlin said she never received a call from Lyft and was actually notified by the ride-sharing company that they deactivated her account for jumping out of a moving car.
Would you like? It's probably one of those things where it's like, would you like us to call you? And
she protested numerous times over the next few days, and eventually her account was reactivated. Listen, I don't think I should be deactivated for jumping out of a moving car. That's what I think. Okay, that's fine. We'll just react.
So what happens to the driver?
Usually there's a delay.
Is any information about what happened to the driver? Like, he wasn't listening when she was asking?
Probably a false identity.
Well, so the Lyft spokesman, here's the Lyft spokesman's statement, which we always love these. It's a quote: "Safety is fundamental to Lyft, clearly. We take reports like this seriously and always work to take immediate and corrective action. Regrettably, our first response came up short, and therefore we have reactivated the rider's account and contacted her to offer our support. Since day one, we have worked hard to design policies and features that help protect both drivers and riders, and we are always looking for ways to make Lyft an even safer platform to the community." I don't know about you guys, but the part I didn't like about this, regrettably, our first response came up short. Okay, it sounded like she was like waiting for the call. Maybe she read it wrong or something. She's like, "Where's the call?" And they're like, "Why aren't you responding?" What if she was tied up?
Yeah.
Well, she could have answered the call if she was tied up.
Nice going, Lyft. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm curious what happened to the driver. It doesn't say anything in here.
Well, because he hadn't done anything yet other than make some wrong turns. What are you going to charge him on? Not knowing the neighborhood too well? I mean, like maybe he didn't speak English. Maybe she's like shouting at him. He's like, "I don't know what the hell you're saying."
Oh, at least I hope that it had some kind of investigation in terms of, has this person been weird and creepy other times going the wrong direction, or there's just like this one instance. I mean, it looks like nothing happened to the guy. So,
yeah.
Usually they say if the person was deactivated, they'd want to,
yeah, like kick him out. Like, hey, yeah, we took care of this driver, but she was like,
I mean, if you listen to her statement here, she's actually telling the driver he's going the wrong way, and the driver's just ignoring her.
Right, but again, maybe he doesn't speak English, and like taxi drivers do this sometimes. They don't speak English, and you're like, "Hey, man, maybe I've even been a little tipsy sometimes." And you want to go, and he's like, "Well, let's speak."
But as a woman, if you don't feel safe, I would rather be safe and alive than know down the road I'm being kidnapped and being dead somewhere. So it's kind of a risk you have to kind of outweigh. If you really feel that unsafe, then I would rather be alive and be cautiously alive than in the back of somebody's vehicle.
Right. And I'm guessing the car was slowed down enough that she didn't get seriously injured, or else she'd probably be suing Lyft.
I'm surprised she's not suing Lyft regardless.
Well,
I mean,
know.
however, I mean, you know, I a fly on a wall. We all need to be a fly on this ride to see how it really went down. I would love to see how this actually played out. Was the driver that sketchy? Was he just stupid? You know,
we need dash cam footage.
Yeah, we do. But but yeah, I mean, that's it. To me, that's crazy. I know that I said the last story, and so, but the only other thing I did want to mention was that now Uber is suing, or Florida is suing Uber for minors. They're going to really attack this issue big time. So Gary, your state's going after them.
Good. We don't want to deliver minors.
I know, and I'm totally down with it too. They're using some sexual cases, and they're bringing up the fact of are these drivers in any way trained to deal with this. So these politicians are getting in there and going, and they're bringing up 100 things that the drivers are not trained to do.
Good.
Which is good because I don't think anybody wants to deliver a kid in their car. So
no, especially because, you know, who knows? I mean, dude, I can think of so many different things. I can think of a parent telling the kid to say something that the driver touched you and let's sue him. I mean, there's just some screwed up people. We already know this. Like, don't put. No matter how dirty Uber ever got, I always said I at least respect the fact that I've always been able to cancel, and you get money for canceling minors. It's not much, but used to be $5. So I mean, I would cancel every one, and I had to cancel quite a few, to be honest. So but now, I mean, that's just gone, and I don't think these drivers have a clue what they're doing when they're picked. If look, guys, if anybody's watching tonight, or if you're watching on the replay, you know, don't believe that just because Uber has it on the app, it's legal. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't know. I guess the best advice, maybe, I don't know what you guys think, is just think it through real hard before you make that decision. Even though Uber offers this service, think it through real hard, because I'm not sure you're thinking about it. If you're taking kids, I'm not sure you're really thinking about it, and you're just thinking Uber's got me, and they don't. They don't. I mean, they're gonna look.
Companies do.
When something goes down, they're gonna find any reason to blame the driver. Like, I don't. Hey, what?
Yep.
You know,
and
so
I mean, they already do that now when it's adults. They only pay like 30% of their claims, so it's like they got you in phase 3, but really they only pay about 30-40% of those. So it's like there always is an out. I mean, with the kids, I'm thinking they're going to pay like 0% of them. Like, oh, what? The kid said you touched him? We don't. There's a clause in the checkbox.
Yeah.
So, but that said, and by the way, you guys, I don't know, has everybody on this panel watched Black Mirror on Netflix?
No.
A few episodes, a little bit.
Well, the new season, I'm starting to watch it.
Okay, so I love Black Mirror. I think they're all tremendous. I mean, they're pretty dark. Some of them are very, very dark, you guys, but they're amazingly done. The actors are just amazing in every episode. But the new season is season 6 because they decided when the pandemic hit, they actually put out an announcement because they put out 6 to 7 episodes per year. But they made an announcement in 2020 saying, we are not going to make any episodes this year because of how bad reality is. So they didn't. And then the next year they made this dumpster fire movie about 2020 that's just hilarious. I mean, you gotta go watch this. It's not one of their like bad ones. But the first episode of the new season 6, John, you've probably seen it if you started.
I've seen this one. Yeah.
Actually relates to so much we talk about, you guys. There's like it's the one because it has the checkbox. So I don't want to be a spoiler, but like there's
the Jode one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, you guys, even if you've never watched any of them, season 6, episode 1, go watch it. It's an hour. It's not something where you're jumping into a show. Every episode's a different story. So you won't be missing any. Everything just is different, every one. So it's never a storyline or anything. I mean, just each one's individual. So it's an hour. Go watch it. I mean, everything we talk about with checkboxes, and it's like the future, and it's like this messed up version of Netflix, and you've signed over rights. And it's so messed up.
Amazing. It's a great episode.
But the checkbox, and when they go through it with the lawyer, it's crazy.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
crazy. It's like it's like that joke that I've made so many times. Like, oh yeah, I agree because I want to dash. You just signed over your children. It's like to that level of craziness.
Well, so the funny part of it, if there's some South Park fans and people know about the human ice centipede episode, it kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys got to watch it.
Just the terms and conditions part.
I mean, it really is. And the first episode isn't like some of the Black Mirrors can get pretty out there intense. Some can get gory. They're very different from one another. But this one's not any of that. It's just weird. So
Well, it's really funny too. There's actually some really funny parts on the first other episode too that are just laugh out loud hilarious.
Oh my god, yeah. Go watch it, you guys, because honestly, if you have Netflix, go watch season 6, episode 1 of Black Mirror, because it's kind of like everything we deal with these checkboxes, but it's way beyond. So that said, I guess we'll wrap it up for the night. Kim, what do you got going?
What do I have going? I am back to doing content every single day. That's on my channel.
Were you not? Oh wait.
No,
yeah,
I was. I'm trying to think what else. Tuesdays live at 8 p.m. on my channel. It's always fun to come hang out with me. So please join me on Tuesdays. Wednesdays is Money Hungry on the RiDESHARE guy at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific with Zach Drives Fast. So I have that Wednesdays. Thursdays, I'm here. Fridays, I have videos released on the RiDESHARE guy as well. And then rinse and repeat, and we're back to start the week all over again.
And make sure to, even if I have one thing to say about Kim's, go ahead, make sure to go watch and like her RiDESHARE Guy Friday drops.
Thank you.
Like if you're going to pick just one, go do those. Go like that one for her.
Thank you.
Because Kim kind of rules the space over there sometimes. So. No offense, other RiDESHARE Guy contributors. I'm just saying. I love you. I love you all. I know many of you. I love you all. But
our Knights of the Roundtable come first.
So, Hannibal, what do you got going?
I have a channel. I make videos from time to time.
You guys, I just joined Hannibal's Patreon because he won't promote it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Steve. Yeah, so actually today I recorded an interview with Dashing Trader for the first time ever, like in terms of a one-on-one conversation. It actually sounded pretty good. Probably release that probably next week. I kind of like the one-on-one interviews, the stuff that you were doing, Steve. Because sometimes, I think the live stream is great, but at the same time, when you really want to get into a conversation and chats, it could be a little distracting. So I like the one-on-one conversation. So I've been doing that, and also just dropping some. I'm kind of really interested in what's going to happen next month with the minimum wage in New York City hitting. It was $17.96. So there's going to be a lot of discussions. I'm trying to reach out to some of the content creators, at least gig workers in New York City, and seeing what their thoughts are. So that's my focus for the next month or so.
Nice. And the Patreon is, if you guys go to patreon.com/Hannibal is Hungry.
I think that's what it is. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Or patreon.com/RiDESHARE Rodeo too.
Yeah, both of those. Awesome.
So you guys, Patreon has a lot of cool features. So. And they don't rip us off like sometimes YouTube can do. Not to get hit by YouTube or anything.
Yes.
They that shall not be named.
John, what do you got going on?
Man, I got some Walmart Spark videos coming up, some Walmart related videos coming up. Walmart has a lot of interesting news, so starting to kind of branch off into interesting Walmart stuff. I mean, I posted a short up not too long ago about how they're now paying their truck drivers over $100,000 a year for Walmart. So other interesting stories like that, and also been doing a little bit of food delivery again lately, a little bit more than usual. I'd say before, for the last probably 6 to 8 months, it's been about 90% Spark, maybe 10% food delivery. But again, it's a little bit more. So I might have some food delivery content coming out again in the maybe not necessarily the near future, but we'll say the intermediate future.
And so before I move to Gary too, John, what's the future of Spark?
In what way?
if I'm looking to be a Spark driver and I came to you and I was like, is it a good time for me to get into this?
I'll say everything depends on your market.
If I'm in your market.
In my market, I would say go do DoorDash. Don't do what I'm doing.
Really? That's surprising.
he don't want to oversaturate his market.
So yes, you would say that.
I would say if as long as you're not in my market, go ahead and explore it. I think the biggest thing with Spark is that
as long as you're not in my market.
It's got to be your market. Obviously, you got to have a good market. And then B, I mean, it's not bad because I prefer to. I'll put it this way: I prefer to do one trip an hour versus Spark and make the same 20-25 versus 3 or 4 with other apps. So that's what I like about Spark personally.
Yeah. And Gary, what's up? What you got going?
Just updated Maximo this week. Trying to put in some more DoorDash filters in there to kind of help Maximo speed some processes up because Maximo and DUH kind of work together. But I'm trying to integrate some of the app switching part just to Maximo so that way it's a little bit quicker on that. DUH, of course, getting updates too for the new DoorDash screens, things like that, some UI updates. Gig Wars is getting another update before the end of the month. We're adding in support for Canada, so that way Canada users can use the app as well. And we're also introducing Team Wars, so you can have 2 different teams compete against each other in the same war. And then we're also integrating some earnings trackers. Since you already put all your data into the app already, you'll be able to go in there and view all that past data that you've input, so that way you can kind of track all your stuff. And then I'm actually very close to the Android side of my newest app. I think another week or two for that.
You want to tell us?
Yeah, another week or two of that, and I should be able to release the Android side of that. And then I'm shooting for probably the end of July, sometime in August for the iOS version.
So we have a new app in the fall. Sounds like.
Yeah. He won't. Only Kim knows. He won't tell the rest of us.
Yeah. I'm special.
You got to get on the beta test list, man. You got to sign up.
Yeah.
So, okay, Gary, if things go awesome with Gig Wars in Canada, do you go? Is Europe or Australia next?
I think Australia is probably what we're going to shoot for, just because I already have.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
Gary's apps is already in Australia.
Yeah, that's
so Maximo's down there, DUH is down there, so probably Australia next as well.
Down under.
Yeah.
I think he needs to go and test it.
I think we all need to go.
I know.
Yeah.
Roundtable
I think
trip.
so. Yeah, roundtable trip. Let's plan it. Let's go.
Yeah, we've got to go scope the area.
Yeah. I mean,
fully tax deductible.
Yeah, we got to do a couple of Gig Wars while we're down there.
Of course.
Have some shrimp on the Barbie, meet the people from down under.
Yeah. I actually have some beta testers down there that show us around. They drive Uber and Lyft, or Uber and Ola and Diddy, actually.
Ola.
Okay, guys. Thank you for joining us. This was a different but fun episode.
Might get demonetized, but it's a fun episode.
And if you missed this earlier, so did some of us. Just letting you know, some of us missed it too. Good night, everybody.
Later.